that show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling punch. I looked at her and I said, hey, I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hung out in the park.
I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, yo, what is up? What is up? Another Sunday fun day with your host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and you are on Turnbuckles and Stogies live. By the way, may the fourth be with y'all. Luke, I am your father. So today, we're going to talk some wrestling. I'm waiting on my guest. I'm talking to his agent right now.
He should be here soon, hopefully.
He should be on. I mean, he's putting some down. You know, last night he put some down like I do, but not like I do because that motherfucker drinks liquor. I don't drink liquor too much anymore. Every now and then I drink it, not like I used to. So let's talk about the WWE and like the 25 releases that they let go in the last 2 days.
There's a lot of other ones that nobody knows about.
You had Braun Strowman,
Cora Jade,
it was a lot of the kid from the redhead from NXT, Kelly,
Gigi Dolan.
Yes, she got let go.
Yeah, there was a lot that.
I mean, there was a lot of people that got let go, and again, they're trimming their fat, but
they're doing that because there's a lot of they're getting rid of a lot of people, but. That's for now. They're going to go away in 6 months to a year, and most of them you'll see will be back, and they'll go right up to the main roster.
Again.
Braun, I think he'll do all right, but the last time that happened and he got released, he went to start his own company and did a whole new thing, and then within 6 months of that first show, he got re-signed again.
Right.
So.
Well, I don't think Braun's going to go back because they said Paul Heyman had something to do with it. Because they said that he went to Paul Heyman and asked him how come he wasn't put on the main roster on the WrestleMania, and Paul turned around to him and said you weren't good enough. That's the rumor.
Well, I don't know.
That comes from one of the wrestling guys I follow, and I know he's really good. It's the bald-headed guy. I can't remember his name.
We'll see. It's all really going to depend on how the rest of the year goes for them.
So now, let's talk about this other thing I was watching yesterday on Instagram. So I'm sure y'all seen the tease all over Instagram. This is the Victor Sinclair.
This is the Fossa Soul.
Cheap $9 cigar. It's good. So y'all seen Eric Bischoff and
that they started their own freestyle
American
wrestling league.
Freestyle wrestling. Hey, Chucky.
Yeah, it's gonna be all of the. It's gonna be legitimate wrestlers like. Oh, hold on.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, I should have.
Guys, we're gonna start.
We should have started. We should have started the show off with this.
So let's go back and start it again.
Yeah, it's not.
So today, guys, it's It's a memory show in memory of the Northeast Streaming Network. True champion of veterans. Today we mourn the loss of a great man, a very proud
One of the
Vietnam
owners,
veteran,
half of the Mac and Jack Sports
true
Show.
advocate for community. Mac from the sports show on National Stream Sports Network, Mac Attack, was more than just a broadcaster. He was a family with unwavering commitment and a heartfelt of purpose, and he's dedicated platform lifting voices of veterans across his nation. His passion, and I'm still trying to read it. So, guys, I take my hat off to my man Mac because we met him. Y'all seen the video. He's the one that got us where we are today. So shout out to Mac. He passed away yesterday.
Yes.
So we'll be playing that.
Make sure that gets played today. You know, we thank Mac for getting us on his network and kind of, giving us yes, his presence was immeasurable and his absence
We can do it later. I said we're live now.
will be deeply felt. Our hearts go out to Mac's family and friends and all those who are touched by his generosity and strength. Yes. We can always film it later if we have to. He's just gonna have to wait, or we'll have to do it during the week. It's up to him. So Mac passed away last night. Mac, thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you getting us on your network. What? This, by the way, such a delicious cigar. This is the one that you like. You like this one and the Noche, but you like this one a lot.
Our guest ain't coming on. I don't know what's going on. His agent's trying to call me and answer in 30 minutes. So if he jumps on, he jumps on.
If he comes on, if not, the interview will be later. I know we're planning on having it today. But
I'll yell at him.
You know, you guys saw the drop. He did it. So he knows he was supposed to come on. But he's what, in Georgia?
He's in Georgia. It's 11 o'clock.
You sure? Is it 11 or is it 8 o'clock there?
Fucking 11 o'clock there. It's Georgia.
Oh, all right. Well,
motherfucker.
There's too many of these in a row to try to.
H, we'll just post them up.
So that was the beginning that we read to you guys earlier. And then, without Mac's voice, leadership, compassion, and shared mission would not be what it is today. His presence was immeasurable. His absence would be deeply felt. Our hearts go out to Mac's family, friends, and those who were touched by his generosity and strength.
Bro, I was looking forward to that.
We will carry his legacy forward with every show, every story, every voice, and will amplify his honor. Rest in peace, Mac. You're one of the good ones. We will never forget you. Yeah. No, absolutely.
He gave us our start on Northeast Streaming Network.
He gave us a platform to put our show on a sports network, and we're very thankful for it. We love being a part of it.
We're doing fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely felt for sure.
I didn't know that until this morning.
Yeah, I got the text message last night from H, who told me, and it was late. I didn't respond, but I did get the message last night. But, you know, at least he's not in pain or anything anymore, so. You know, when
we met him, it was fucking dope.
We had a blast when we met each other. That was so fun.
It was like my two favorite podcasters.
We'll play that commercial for you guys.
Yes, we have that commercial. I have it on my phone still.
I'll make sure we play that commercial for you guys today. And you know.
But I guess just me and you right now. Unless we can get another guest to come on.
Nah, I don't know if we'll need anybody, to be honest with you. I don't know if we'll need anybody. So, yeah, guys, that was.
So our guest probably overdrank last night and he's sleeping. His agent can't even call him. I sent him like 5 messages already on Instagram. So, you know.
But we I lost my train of thought, guys. Hold on. Yeah, those releases. That's what I was going to say. That's where I was before those messages came through. But yeah, I mean, those releases are, you know, those releases were interesting, to say the least. I will say that they were interesting, to say the least. Names on there you probably didn't expect to see because they were just on NXT and in the main spotlight and shit like that. You know, they just had big matches on Stand and Deliver and NXT Wednesday night. So you know it's shocking for some of those releases because you don't think that that's going to happen. You know, you don't think that that's something that would happen. Now, some of them I can already tell you where I think they're going to land up. Gigi Dolan will probably land in NXT, or not NXT, TNA, because that's where her fiance or boyfriend is. And then Cora Jade, Elena Black, she'll wind up in AEW. Because they want her.
8 hours ago. That's what he was doing.
They want her there. So she'll probably wind up there. Braun, I think, like somebody said, I read it earlier or yesterday, they said they think his potential signing, he might wind up in the NWA.
I could see him going against what's his name?
I know that there's a lot of interest from what's been said with MLW and a lot of the women that were released. There's been a lot of interest in that. So we'll see where some of them line up. I can see the other two. I could see probably Kaden Carter and Katana Chance probably in not MLW. Well, maybe MLW, but I could see them more probably like NWA, AEW kind of deal. But you know, they'd probably go somewhere that has a women's tag team division. So it'd probably be TNA or
look at what's in them that went to
or
TNA.
MLW, Indy.
Yeah, Indy went to TNA.
Yeah, well, and here's the thing that a lot of people don't get, right? The main roster has a 90-day no-compete clause.
Right.
NXT and NXT Evolve, which there's a lot that went on with some of the guys down there. One guy, I'm waiting for his release to come because I know it's not short. It's not long. And I'm not preying on his downfall for any means. There was a big Twitter exchange back and forth.
Who's that?
One of the guys on NXT Evolve.
Who's
and
that?
I forget his name. I gotta find it. And he had a lot of choice words
About
the company to a fan, all on Twitter. I don't foresee him keeping his job. If I can find pictures of the Twitter exchange, I will.
Was that the young African American that was released?
No.
I don't remember his name.
No, he wasn't released yet. I'll pull the screenshots up.
Then he went to AEW and get released from there.
No. So it's not that. I know I can't think of who you're talking about, but I know that's not him. No, this kid is on Evolve. Their up and coming show where they sign the independent talents to do the ID and all that. That's there.
You know, let's talk about independence. Let's talk about independence because I seen something posted. And I'm in this business over 30 years. Let me read this to y'all. Let me just read this to y'all.
Would that be the post about promos that I saw yesterday?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just read this to y'all. Let me go to where I found it.
No.
It was on
VIK.
That's what I did.
VIK.
But it wasn't on his. It was on
Yes, it was.
Dale's.
No. Look. Talking about this one.
I got it.
No. This is what you're looking for.
Delicious.
Nope.
What am I looking for?
I found it. Give me a second. Oh, you know what? They must have took it down. You hear me?
Oh, let me see. I got it right here. Hold on. Let me See, because I think he put it up too.
It's gone.
So let me talk a little bit about something. Being in the business for 25 years. Okay. So you being on a show, any show in the world, I don't care where the fuck you are, you can be on a show with 10 people.
Here it is. I got it right here.
You can be on a show. Hold on. You can be on a show with 10 motherfuckers.
So
you promote the show. You're not gonna get paid for your fucking promos because you're not filling seats of 20,000 people. Even them guys don't get paid for their fucking promos. This is bullshit.
The exact post said, you want to be paid extra promos for a show you're booked on? What's that? Who trained you? I don't know who needs to hear this, but being booked on a show is a privilege. Promos are an opportunity for you to refine your character, promote yourself, and the match you're having. Newsflash, most of your promos don't sell tickets, and if they miraculously do, it's one of the reasons you got the booking.
Correct.
If you're thinking far too small, far too indie, selling out 50 to 100 seat venues versus selling out 2,000 seat venues versus selling out 5,000 seat venues. To sell out venues with thousands of seats, you need an appeal to the average person, not the diehard indie fan. They already bought a ticket. How about appealing to friends that aren't your Facebook friends already? Show promos are to create awareness of the event itself and make people aware of who you are and what you bring to the show you're booked on. Not doing any promos the fastest way to have a short career. I can tell you from experience that we have booked some people because of their social media presence and their ability to reach a wider audience. Being paid extra. Have you read the job description for the job you want to have? Tell me you have a huge unchecked ego without telling me you have a huge unchecked ego. Fuck out of here with this. That's what it was.
So listen. So all you independent motherfuckers out there.
It's not even everybody that I've talked to.
I've wrestled in cards where there was fucking 20 people outside. And guess what? I went out there like there was 100 motherfuckers. Guess what? I got paid. I got paid by the promoter to promote the show. Guess what I did? I went on and promoted the show. He asked me to do a video. I didn't ask him for fucking $300 extra. I get $500 to show up. That's the kind of guy I am. But if I know you, I'll cut you a break. But I've been in this business 25 years. I've been trained by the Simones, Pete McKay, Johnny Rods. I've been all over. So all you motherfuckers out there, y'all better get your shit straight, because if you think you're going to get paid from a fucking promo, your career is about that fucking big. It's about as big as a fucking ant crawling up a fucking hole, and the hole is closed. So that's what's going to happen to you motherfuckers.
Not even that. Like, you're doing that. That's part of what you're being paid to do, is promote the show. That's part of being paid to promote the show. You know, when you get paid to be on a show, you're doing the promotion, you're sharing the flyer, you're doing the promos, you're going back and forth with each other. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Hell, we're not even booked on an ACW show here in Mid-Hudson Civic Center, and we got a big fucking following up here. And guess what?
Yeah, but
I still promote them guys, because you know why? Because I love both of them. I know both of them personally.
And not only that,
we hung out with them. He worked with them.
You know what, though?
I know them motherfuckers before they got started.
And not even that. Like, it's here. It's local. That's the thing. You know, they're putting wrestling where it belongs. So, but on that note, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back.
You got Max thing?
I'm going to play that in a little while. That's going to get played.
Let's try to put it down.
I'm playing a little bit of a longer one because we've been talking for a while. That's why.
All right.
That will get played, though.
Staring out this hotel window, many floors above. What's missing down there is love. Thinking through the smoke that fills my mind. Don't worry, it's not my first time. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town. They say it's all inside, heaven and hell. What happened to that angel when he fell? Give it just one try. Tell me you don't like it. Be God for a moment and don't despise it. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town. Step outside and breathe. Play a little in the street. Hope it's not me they're sending. Move on from over there. Give the kids a little scare. Oh, these fences, they need mending. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town. Adios, amigo. So glad I seen you. I won't be seeing you around. Adios, amigo. I've been looking for you since I stepped foot in this town.
Yo, what is up? What is up? Happy fucking Sunday, fun day. Yo, we are back. My guest is out cold, so we'll talk about him later. MC SHAN, motherfucker. I told you last night to fucking go to bed to come on. You don't want to fucking listen? Fucking cocksucker.
We'll probably, that interview will drop probably during the week.
Yeah, we'll drop him.
We're gonna probably have to record with him, which is fine. We'll set up a day to do that. Unless we try again next week.
No, I'm gonna have to fucking smack him up.
Unless we try again next week, since we don't have a guest next week.
When do we have the guy from North Kakalaki?
You were supposed to do that.
Did I do that?
We never did that. We never set it up because remember he had a family issue
Right.
or
He never got
personal
back
problem.
to
Yeah, he never got back to us.
me.
I have his thing in the email somewhere. We'll find it. We'll reach out to him, get him on.
You have it in Turnbuckles email?
I think so. I don't know.
I'll look right now.
I don't know his name, so it's going to be a while back. So we'll see. We're gonna work out that. We're working out the rest of May, June, the rest of the year.
So anybody on here that wants to come on, let us know. Wrestling.
We got a message on the page for somebody to come on the Facebook page. I gotta look.
On our Facebook page?
Yeah.
I'll look right now.
You don't have access to it.
Why not?
I don't know.
Who didn't give me access?
I have the page. I have the login. I've always had the login.
So why don't I have access to it?
I don't know. I don't even remember.
I'm the fucking owner.
I didn't even think you wanted access. That's why I didn't give it to you. Oh, I think it was one of the guys from last week. Yeah. It was one of the guys that was on the show last week that that was watching.
Oh, Black Ice.
Yeah.
My man. We can bring him on.
So
Let me see if he's available. Jump
no.
on now.
We'll set up a day with him to do it. To do separately, not now. Yeah.
So what's going on in TNA and MLW? And
Well,
all that other
MLW
shit?
has a show next weekend, the 10th on Saturday night. Yeah. Is it Azteca Lucha on Saturday night? Is that what it is?
Oh, let's talk about AEW. How they're doing a residence in ECW Arena.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. That's shocking, though. That I will say, that's pretty shocking. That they did that. They've been doing a lot of residencies, which is smart.
Well,
Because-
from what everybody's saying, they can't sell out big arenas.
Yeah, but nobody's really selling out big arenas right now. Nobody's really selling out big arenas.
Can't afford it with the tariffs.
It ain't got nothing to do with tariffs. It's the pricing. The pricing is outrageous. Yeah, so MLW has Azteca Lucha next Saturday in Chicago. No, like it's the pricing is insane. It's ridiculous.
What up, Matty?
What up? What up?
What's going on? What's happening, brother?
Like they have SummerSlam coming here for 2 nights this year in August.
Why the fuck are they doing everything 2 nights?
Because it's a lot to do 12 matches, 14 matches in one night. And by doing it on 2 nights, they spread it all out. They give everything time to develop. And stuff like that. You know, I like it 2 nights. It makes for a long weekend is what it does.
Correct.
A very, very, very long weekend. With everything.
Correct.
Oh, sorry, guys. No, it's just a long weekend in general that weekend. You know, you're probably going to have all the indie shows are going to run up here. You know, they'll probably do some sort of like collective thing with GCW again. But you'll see like a lot of the shows will come up here, like GCW be in Jersey. I'm sure if they're not on tour already somewhere else. But when big events like that come around, a lot of the companies come out and do a lot of their shows there. Because they know that's where they're going to get the most eyes because everybody's out here. They go where the pay-per-views are, which is smart because that's where your audience is.
Because they're psyched up for the next show.
Because they'll come out, they'll do their show, Friday night. They'll do one Saturday during the day so that people can watch it and then go to SummerSlam and shit like that. Who's that? Whoa. Yeah. I didn't think he was a horrible heel. I like it because his whole thing is he's supposed to ruin wrestling. So
yeah,
he's not
you see
really
his fucking hairline. His hairline
really,
is back. He got
really,
a tooth.
No, he didn't. It's probably just sprayed, but he didn't do anything wrong. He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He was going to ruin it for everybody. That's exactly what he said he was going to do.
So for y'all that don't know who I'm talking to, I'm Dr. Doolittle. I talk to my squirrels. I talk to my my birds. I talk to my fucking raccoons. Chuck is just running by right now. They're waiting for me to throw peanuts out.
That's what I'm smoking today. I forgot I had this.
Listen, I don't need fucking Rogaine. I'm a sexy bald motherfucker.
I forgot I had this, so I'm smoking that today.
So we're gonna thank some of our sponsors: NBR Radio, Northeast Streaming Network.
Oh, that's a little high. Damn.
BAMF Cigars.
There we go. That's better.
Espinal Puro Cigars. The list goes on and on and on and on. To all our sponsors, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Who are the best ring-in talents of all?
Best in-ring talents of wrestling today. It depends on what you want to classify as in-ring.
What do you mean in-ring?
Because you do all around,
Because I'm a little one-sided right now because
you do in-ring, you can do.
I'm gonna go with the Samoans.
Yeah, but you know what though? There's a lot of good talent out there. A lot of good in-ring talent. There's a lot of it.
LA Knight's one of them.
Even on the independents, there's a lot of them. There you have.
You got the Now. They're really good on in-ring talent.
You got Leon Slater.
You got my man from
AJ Francis.
AJ Francis, who left there, and you got my man Leo Rush.
Yep, Leo.
Who is underrated. Everybody takes that motherfucker underrated. And I gotta say, my man, I get what I want, Bob.
Oh,
Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
And then there's just so many now. Like the list just, it grows and grows every day because there's new talent coming out.
Correct.
You know, like the independents is grooming a lot of talent. A lot of great in-ring talent.
And one guy that's underrated, and he doesn't wrestle a lot except for one federation, Leo Sparrow.
So he does. He wrestles for a couple.
Leo Sparrow, underrated, and that motherfucker's awesome. I watched him.
He wrestles for a couple. He wrestles for ISPW. He wrestles for Creative Pro. Actually, I believe he's wrestling for ACW as well.
Oh, well, what about Mr. Richard Holiday?
Richard Holiday is another one.
Mr. Richard Holiday.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. What's up?
You tell me what's going on, bro. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, Invincible dude that's on.
Beautiful day.
Oh, he's talking about
Tommy Invincible. Yes, Tommy Invincible.
What he's done is just made a social media name for himself.
And that guy, listen.
And sometimes that's all you need.
He, from what I understand, I was watching an interview. Triple H was sitting there, and they said, we have our internet guys looking at him right now.
But not only that, he's already been looked at because he's got the
shirt
that says tryouts. He's been to the outside the performance center, so obviously he's on the radar somehow. Whether it's a job in social media for them or something else, but he's on the radar. He's on the radar.
And let me tell you, that guy, whether it's 10 people or 30 people, that man goes out there and performs like no other guy I ever seen on the independents.
There's a lot of people out there now. It's just there's too many to name.
Oh, I know one tag team. You want me to tell you? We whipped their ass in North Carolina.
Which one? There was two of them that were down there.
The Stompers.
I don't know about that question. I don't think Cody's overrated.
Nah, Cody's not overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. I think what it is when he came back, they pushed him. He got his big push. He got his big win. He held it for a year. And now it's time for him to go away for a little while and come back. He'll be gone a few months and then he'll be back. I don't think he's overrated because he can work. He can wrestle. He can go. people think he's overrated because of all the shit with AEW and all that. That's what a lot of people think he's overrated for. And what?
So I'm thinking about a guy that we both know that slapped you when you had sunburn.
When he was Stardust, his in-ring was great. Now he has the same shit. Well, he didn't really like Stardust, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he didn't.
He did all that shit, I think, more to piss them off and let them get him released, let him get released, because he hated that gimmick, and he tells you he can't stand it. He tells you it was not. I wanted nothing to do with it. What they tried to do, plain and simple, what they tried to do was recreate what Dustin did. They tried to recreate
it because Dustin had a
but not only that,
Goldust.
you know, Cody's heart wasn't in that gimmick.
They bought their partner.
Yeah, Cody's heart wasn't in that gimmick. See, Dustin didn't like it, but Dustin took it and ran with it and eventually made it his own. Cody as Stardust was not, he wasn't in it. You could tell. He liked doing it because they let him work with his brother. But
Matt, if you want to jump on, bro, feel free. We'll send you the link.
you know, what it is he
We'll have you on. I don't care.
Goldust is yes, he's iconic, but you can't, a lot of the stuff that they did you couldn't do again at the point when they brought Stardust in. Just couldn't do a lot of that anymore.
Stardust was a sorry ass gimmick. That's one of them gimmicks that you.
Well,
hey, wait. So that's like we have a mutual friend who has a mutual friend that we both know and we're good friends with now, Gene Snitsky. Don't ever ask Gene about his
well, no, not even
teeth.
Some of those.
But now you can ask him because now that motherfucker goes to every Comic-Con and everything else and kicks the baby.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
That's my brother.
He doesn't do that though. He doesn't talk about that gimmick because he didn't like it.
No, he kicks the baby.
No, but I'm saying that.
Oh, he don't talk about
that we don't talk about because you know what? Like a lot of guys, there's certain things you don't want to talk about, certain gimmicks that nobody wants to talk about.
Correct.
Because there's either a stupid reason behind them or they didn't want them and they got stuck with it and didn't like it. There's so many, when you get that big into those, when you get in those big machines,
you know, so
and that's
guys,
kind of what it is a machine. Let
me tell you a little story, and I'm sure I told you this before. So when Joey was being born, I had Kevin Kelly call me to go down to Ohio Valley Wrestling. I actually told Kevin I'd call him back. I made a few phone calls. I called Alpha. I called Sam. I called Jesus Christmas. I called Johnny Rods. And I also called The Undertaker. And they said, listen, your son is being born. If you go right now, you're not going to see your son being born. You're not going to see everything, and they're going to take your name. They're going to trademark it and da-da-da-da. Ain't nobody trademarking my motherfucking name but me. So I had the chance to go to WWE. I turned it down. I wasn't leaving my wife and my kid. So, you know, so that's the way it works when you go to WWE. Just like now, they're trying to trademark Edge again, and Edge is beating them to the point because once it got left, Edge went and trademarked.
I think he owns the trademark.
Well, now he does because they let it lapse.
Right, but I'm saying I think he owns it.
Edge owns it now. Because they forgot to trademark it.
I think, let me see.
So he can come back as fucking Edge. Put Edge and Christian together. That'd be dope. You know what I mean?
Let's see. I'm just looking to see what it says.
So let's see. I just got a thing from Wrestle Talk.
So, So they're saying that they got the trademark again now.
Who?
WWE. They gave them the trademark has been revived. The filing has been revived, and they own it again. They're sending it to the right offices.
So Alexa,
to get it.
Dana Palmer was released.
Yeah, she was from NXT
Yes,
Evolve.
she got released.
Yeah, they said she probably won't do anything after that because she's already kind of said her in-ring career is over.
Really?
Her athletic career is over because that's what she was. She was an athlete signing.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She came from, I think, the NIL deals.
Never knew that.
Yeah, I think she came from the NIL deal. And
Sorry,
she was
guys,
an
we're
athlete.
looking at our phone. We get
She was an
text messages.
She was an athlete signing.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Maddie said. Sorry, I was looking at the trademark.
Oh, Karrion Kross.
He said no. He said like Waylon Mercy when they stuck him with that gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Bray Wyatt was influenced by him. You're right.
Dan Spivey.
And then he was saying, "You're so cute. Vince would have made you a crossdresser."
Negative.
Um.
Negative, sweetheart.
Yeah. Well, he went from what Dangerous Dan Spivey to Waylon Mercy when they brought him in. But they didn't even use him right because they could have did so much back then with that gimmick. They didn't do it the right way. They could have done so much with that gimmick.
Karrion Kross went on a rant on
That was also, I think that was a work.
No, I don't think that was a work because he's pissed off because they obliterated the that church group that he's with.
Well, they got rid of those guys last year.
Yeah, they obliterated that church group. So, you know what I mean? So, you know. I mean, it is what it is, guys. But on that note, we're going to take a 15-minute break, and we'll be right back.
Not a 15-minute break.
Well, no, not a 15-minute, but we'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in, Maddie. Appreciate you, dog.
I was broken for a while, a drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender. On this life, And even if I fall, I'll get back up, standing tall again, with a medal on my chest. God knows I've done my best, because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender on this life. 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 On this life.
Yo, shout out, happy Sunday, happy fun day. What's going on, everybody? Yo, this is your host with the most, Turnbuckles and Stogies pod, the big dog, the Vanilla Gorilla. Shout out to MB Radio. Yo, what the fuck is everybody smoking? What is going on? What are y'all drinking? It's fucking 11:45 in the afternoon. It's beautiful outside. What the fuck? So I gotta say. Now say what you gotta say.
I don't even have nothing to say. Today I have nothing to say.
Wow. It's fucking amazing.
I haven't really remember, I haven't kept up with a lot.
So let's talk about that rookie football player that got hurt in Maryland.
Oh, wait a second. That's what I was going to pull up.
He got hurt in Maryland. Just got drafted.
Oh, no. I know what I was going to find now. Or what I was going to pull up.
He just got drafted. We have a comment.
Just don't hit the wrong button, please.
Shout out to H, my man.
Let me see if I can find it.
Shout out to H, our producer from Colorado. Today is a tough day, guys, because our producer, Northeast Streaming Network, passed away yesterday of cancer. So we're trying to figure out what's going on next. We don't know what the next step is going to be, but we're going to keep Northeast Streaming Network going. If I got to buy the motherfucker, I'm buying it. I'm retired now. I got nothing to do. I buy all the radio stations.
Shit. I got to find it. Because that was...
What?
Whoa. Holy shit.
Who's that?
I opened Twitter to find that exchange.
Of?
And look who came back.
Who's that?
That's Fuego without a mask. Wait. Ready? Turned on his boy.
Well, let's show everybody.
Wow. I'll pull it up there and put it up for you guys. Wow. Fuego turned on his boy.
So, yeah, guys, so this is a beautiful day today.
Holy shit.
It's nice
I know what I'm trying to find. That's why I'm looking, guys, because it was, that Twitter exchange was not good. It was all over the place. If I can find it for you guys. He said, he told some fan called him a pussy and told him to suck his dick or something like that. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God,
He lost his job that day.
It was crazy.
Listen, I've been at shows where fans threw water at me, threw beer on me, and guess what I did? I got in their face, and I got back in the ring, and I said, let them go, let them go. Well, I did that in ECW, too.
I have to see.
I did that with Bubba Ray Dudley.
I hope
Remember
I
that?
liked it.
Oh, you weren't there. It was me and Mom.
Oh, my God.
So I did that in ECW when Bubba Ray got in the ring and was talking shit to everybody. I was in the front row. Motherfucker looked at me and said, you fat fuck.
No, that wasn't what I was looking for.
And now me and Bubba Ray cool. I'm trying to get them both on here. Trying to see if I can get them on here.
Although, I was just thinking because I'm scrolling through Twitter here trying to find what I was looking for. Don't be surprised
They took it down.
No, if Cora Jade comes back.
Mm.
Because CM Punk is one of her biggest supporters and trainers and been helping her.
Right.
So don't be surprised she comes back. Shotzi's contract wasn't renewed. That's why she's not there. But yeah, the Twitter exchange I seen was absolutely insane. Like, there was no need for that. Oh, I missed a hell of a card last night by not even paying attention. In GCW, it was Hammerstone and Effie for the belt.
Who won?
I don't know. Jordan Oliver and Alec Price versus Subculture. Maki Ito versus Miyu Yamashita. Mance Warner and Jimmy Lloyd. Brittany Brooks, Viperous, and Zara Zakar. Matt Cardona returned to GCW. Ninja Mac and Starboy Charlie. Atticus Kogar and Sam Stackhouse. Matt Tremont and Arez for the Ultraviolent title. And Masha versus Jonathan Gresham for the Jersey Championship Wrestling title.
Okay.
That was a hell of a card last night that I missed.
That was a hell of a fucking card.
That I didn't even know. Honestly, I pay attention and I didn't even know what was happening. There's one tonight though at 5 p.m.
Okay.
It's probably 5 p.m. their time because they're in Oregon, so it's probably 8 o'clock our time. Yeah, I think if I'm right, that would be it. Yeah, that Twitter exchange was insanity.
Well, I don't have Twitter, so
I'm gonna see if he has it on Fightful.
Let's talk about the boxing match in the city where what's his name lost.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he lost. And it wasn't free for everybody. They had seats for special guests. So you had to be a special guest with a special pass to get in that motherfucker.
But you could watch after that on the side.
Correct.
Yeah, this is gonna bother me. I can't find this. This is gonna freaking bother the hell out of me. I don't know. You see, the problem is I don't remember the guy's name that was on that it was.
Right.
Because I didn't even get a chance to look. But I mean, it was crazy. But yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, AEW is doing a residency at NXT or at ECW Arena, just like NXT did for a couple weeks.
Right.
Except AEW's got damn near a whole month. They start with Dynamite on the 27th of August, then Collision on the 30th, Dynamite on the 3rd of September, Death Before Dishonor on September 5th for Ring of Honor, Collision again on the 6th, Dynamite on the 10th, and then Collision on the 11th. So they have almost a whole month planned out.
Well, let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I should have saved that and sent that to myself for that exchange, because that exchange was
crazy, right?
Yeah, it was.
I don't have Twitter. I don't know how to use Twitter. I have it, but I never used it.
Let me see.
Couldn't tell you how to fucking use Twitter if I wanted to. So, guys, let me ask this poll. Should I dye my beard or should I shave it off? Let me know. I think this motherfucker's sexy as a motherfucker. So today's a beautiful
There.
day.
Oh, he deleted his X account. Okay.
Oh, he did.
It was Keanu Carver, and he got in an exchange with somebody.
He deleted his
Yeah,
account.
because he had posted about his disappointment with the releases and said the company let a real one go and sent love to an unnamed superstar, or unnamed star alongside a broken heart emoji. A fan's reply seemingly set him off further. He said, "These motherfuckers ain't ready for this shit. I'm not gonna read that second word. These Samoans who think they like that, who be voting for Trump and really ain't that." And
First of all, we don't support that.
But I'm reading his exchange, and then it kept going on. He told the guy to suck his dick and all. It was crazy. Like, it was the amount of shit that he said was absolutely uncalled for to a fan over a post that the fan probably commented on. Nope. AJ Styles' Twitter account got hacked too, as a matter of fact.
Yes, AJ came on this morning.
Somebody he said AT&T sold his SIM card. So they duped his SIM card, sold it, and got all of his stuff. Yeah, the Twitter, if you guys can find it, that exchange, if there's pictures of, right here. Somebody said to him, "Big dog," follow back. He said, "SMD pussy." Somebody else replied, and then that's when he said the Samoans comment.
Yeah, well, I got nothing against my Samoans.
I don't know.
Those are my brothers.
I don't know.
I always got their back, and they got mine.
I don't know if, that was kind of really, that whole exchange was really uncalled for.
Well, he just, first of all, let's just cut this short, because when you mention the Samoans, your career is done, no matter whether it's independence or whatever.
First off, not even that.
You mention the Samoans, it's a wrap, dog.
It
Them
ain't even that,
motherfuckers
though.
are dynasty. They've been in here for the last 40, 50 years.
The fact that you went out of your way to go say all of that, you may have just solidified
the end of your career,
the end of your contract, essentially. And you'll get people that'll support him. Great, you do. I mean, I have nothing against the guy. It's just I think that Twitter exchange was kind of.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
That was kind of insane, because.
So if you ever go to the independents, you are gonna face a Samoan, and they're not gonna take that easy. They're gonna potato you like a mofo.
But not even that, like what would even make you say shit like that? It don't make sense.
Because they're jealous, dog.
Like, I get you're mad your friend got released, but there's a better way of handling that whole situation. You post what you post, and then just leave it at that. You don't got to go back and forth with the fans, because what you do is you give the company a bad name, you give yourself a bad name. And if they decide that you were going to get called up to NXT from Evolve now, you might have just blown your chance.
You already blew your chance once you did that.
You might have already blown your chance, and that's a big thing with a lot of companies and a lot of guys these days. Is the first thing they do is go to social media. It's a great asset to have to promote shows, promote your promos, promote yourself, whatever you're doing, but you have to remember you're a business at that point. You're
1099.
You're a business at that point, because you've invested so much into yourself.
Correct.
You've gone through the independence, or you've come in on an NIL deal, gone through the performance center. You invested time. They invested money and time into you.
Correct.
See, and that's where you got to realize it's a business at that point.
Correct.
You've had time and money invested into you for training and everything else, and now you go and do that and just blew everything right out of the water.
I've seen a lot of guys do that in my time. A lot of guys came to shows and they're like, "Oh, I want to be the next Ric Flair, blah, blah, blah." I had one guy come to me and tell me what he was going to do. And I'm sitting next to Jimmy Snuka. He's like, "Oh, we're going to do this, this, and this." And Jimmy's like, "Sure. No problem." He's like, "Sure." And Jimmy went in there and stretched him. And when I say stretched him, Jimmy stretched him so far that the ref ended the match early. It was fucking great. It was great. But when you come in with experienced players, it's like the pimp game. It's like the pimp game. Pimp is not easy, dog. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Pimp is not easy. When you come into an event, first thing you do is shake hands with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't walk by and shake my hand, and then I'm working you, don't come over to me after you look at the fucking card and try to shake my hand, because I'm going to tell you, go get dressed. And we're not going over the match.
Ooh, sorry.
I'm going to stretch you so bad in the ring that when you go home, that your mama ain't going to know who the fuck you are.
Yawn like that. My fault.
I'm going to hit you with a fucking chair.
Ow.
I'm going to put you through a table. I'm going to fucking cut you open. I'm going to send you to fucking hospital. I don't care. You ain't got that respect? Fuck you. That's the way I was brought up with that Samoans, Pete McKay, Johnny Rods, everybody that trained me. So y'all motherfuckers is in trouble. Y'all in trouble. By the way, I'm retired, everybody.
But I mean, Evolve is actually, I like the Evolve concept though. A lot of people don't like it. I think it's good.
I haven't really seen it Evolve.
It's on Tubi. It's all free.
Okay.
I think it's a good concept for sure.
Okay.
Because it's giving up and coming guys, you know, a chance, and girls to work on TV technically without being on NXT or on USA or anything like that. They're getting a exposure to work on TV rather than, you know, just strictly the independents all the time. They have a chance to come in and do TVs. I think I think they do like batch filmings, like 4 or 5 a day.
Right.
At the Performance Center. They don't let fans in. It's just guys and girls who work there.
Right.
They're the audiences, but they have a great setup.
Okay.
I've watched it quite a bit. I'm behind, but I'll catch up. So it's
Joe will
interesting.
catch up. He'll catch up. I don't really watch it because it don't impress me no more.
Well, see, this is a lot of the independent guys that came through a lot of the indie shows. Guys and girls, and it's independent guys that got ID'd. It's NIL people that are coming through. It's good for everybody because it gives, they're letting them work the independents, which is good.
Right.
They're doing the ID tournament with certain companies.
Bless you.
Certain training schools are WWE ID certified, like Monster Factory, Rikishi School in California, Knox Pro, Booker School in
Houston.
Shout
out to Zilla Fatu.
There might be 1 or 2 other ones that are ID certified too.
The Wild Simone School in Florida.
No, they didn't get it yet. They didn't give it to them yet.
They didn't give it to them yet?
No.
Remember,
didn't that close? That closed though.
Nah, what's his name owns it? Alpha Jr.
Alpha's up here in PA. Alpha's in PA. That's where he runs Battlefield.
Right.
I think he's got the Battlefield Pro Wrestling Academy where he trains students.
Right.
So it's interesting. This whole concept is something new to everybody. It's all interesting and new to everybody, which is crazy. It's something that's never been done before for the WWE.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot coming up show-wise for everybody. You got the CMLL show in July or June. You got CMLL, or not CMLL, AAA and NXT Worlds Collide early in the day, and then Money in the Bank at night. You got all kinds of different events coming up. MLW and CMLL. Then you got AEW. I think doing a show with CMLL. So what do you think
of them buying AAA?
AAA? I think it was a smart move. because AAA is going to get the exposure in the States that they've needed for a long time.
And what do you think about them firing Alberto Del Rio?
Well, see, I don't think they fired him. I think AAA themselves released him because WWE wants nothing to do with him.
Well, after everything that went on, why
And,
would you?
you know, unfortunately, he did to himself because over the years, he's always said, oh, there's talks with them to come back, 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 talks with them to come back. There was never talks with them to come back.
Never.
You know, after the allegations and the arrests for abuse came out, he was never coming back. Never. He was never coming back. Once that happens, if you're convicted of it, you ain't coming back. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's a bot. You ain't coming back. Once that happens, that's it. It's over. It's done. You don't come back.
Well, I don't know, guys. It is what it is, right?
And then CMLL is doing something with AEW, but they're also doing something with MLW. They do a lot with MLW, though.
Right.
They just did a show, I think, in the CMLL arena yesterday with AEW, with MLW and CMLL. Titles changed, all kinds of titles changed hands and everything. I was just reading it before. It's going to be this year. There's a lot of things that changed in the last 4 months.
Right.
So it's all very interesting to us. As fans, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, where all this stuff goes. You got Backlash coming up May 10th, too, I believe. Randy and John are fighting for the title. We'll see what happens. Do I think Randy gets it? He might. They might also let John win it to keep it going.
Think so?
Yeah, because what will happen is he'll eventually probably drop it to Randy towards the end of his run.
I don't think he has much longer left.
He's got 27 dates left for the rest of the year. They said appearances. Sorry, not wrestling. He's got 27 appearances left.
Appearances.
That was his words. Were 27 dates, 27 appearances. He said doesn't have to mean that. Doesn't mean I'm wrestling 27 matches. Doesn't mean I'm doing this. He said it's just 27 appearances.
Right.
I have left, and then I'm gone.
Where you going?
To throw this out.
Oh, okay. You go, girl. I
So
was the boss.
it's gonna be fun. I'm curious to see what they do for his next 27 appearances. It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens. That's for sure. I mean, these cards are shaping out pretty good. I'm sure you'll see a lot more matches come for that show on the for that show for Backlash. Is it Backlash? Yeah, Backlash in St. Louis.
Yeah, I think Backlash.
Yeah,
I think it's Backlash.
it is. They said Survivor Series this year won't have any War Games matches, which is crazy because that's a great match to have if you have the right team to do it. If you have the right 10 guys or 6 guys, whatever it is to do it,
Right.
it's very good. You can do it. It can happen.
So what do you think about Hogan starting his own federation?
Well, so what he did is he just took regular wrestling, like amateur wrestling is what he's making.
Freestyle wrestling.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's amateur wrestling, and he's making a big time company out of it.
Him and Eric Bischoff.
And Izzy something. He's a big time wrestling coach. He's coached a lot of MMA guys and everything.
Yes.
Izzy Francis, I think, or Izzy Martinez, something like
That's what
that.
I heard.
I can't think of his last name, but he's a big time coach.
That's what I heard.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't know how he's going to do. I don't even know if there's really a market for that.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's going to be a tough market, that's for sure. So, that's for a shit show. It's going to be a very tough market. Have fun.
So, guys, we might end the show early this week.
Well, let's do this and take a quick commercial break.
Yo, so I keep telling y'all, the boss knows every motherfucking body. Keep telling y'all that. So guess who showed up at the hotel here in Connecticut? And y'all not gonna believe this shit. Joe, they ready for this shit, Joe?
I don't know. Are they?
Y'all not gonna believe this shit, but I'm gonna show y'all who showed up. This is the CEO and founder of NESS.
And one half of the
My man.
Sports Show.
Go ahead, man.
What's going on, fellows out there? Glad to be here with my favorite wrestling podcast. I love these guys. They're unique. They're funny. And I'll tell you, they know a lot about wrestling. You got to go to the Roku channel. All you got to do, channel search on Roku TV, channel search, National Streaming Sports, and you'll get their show.
So, Mac, let me ask you this. So, they can't find it. It's like the Pat McAfee show. Once ESPN take that shit off for the hour, it's done.
That's right. That's right.
So if you're not going to watch from 11 to 12:30, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. It's like being a barn. Wait, it's like being a barn smoker. If you ain't got your fucking ticket, you ain't getting in.
I know what to tell you.
Go ahead.
Go to the Turnbuckles and Stogies podcast YouTube page, and you can watch all of our back episodes from episode 5 and on.
But
the originals are on the MV Radio YouTube page.
Let me tell you something else. Go where people know. 12,430 followers.
Whoa!
On the Roku channel.
Whoa!
1,600 views a day.
I feel like Elizabeth.
I'm telling you.
Elizabeth, fat Sanford, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I mean, you don't get any better than that.
Sports all day, every day, to include my favorite wrestling podcast.
Well, and there you have it, guys. Our producer from Connecticut, Mr. Mac Attack himself. And God bless us. Yo, we'll see y'all. We took a Sunday off. So we'll see y'all next week. Have a good day, guys. All right. And there you got it. Shout out to my man Mac. I take my hat off to you. You put us where we are on Roku TV, on Amazon TV, our spot we're on today. So we'll figure this out after today. Our producers be in touch with us and let us know what's the story. But guys, I love y'all motherfuckers.
Yes, there's the Mac and Jack Sports Show, I think, is still going to be called that.
Yes.
I don't know what they're going to do with that.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. We got to talk to his wife.
But you guys just keep supporting them. Keep channel searching Northeast Streaming Sports Network on Roku. Download it. Go watch them. Go support them. Watch us. Because the more you support them, the more you support us.
Correct.
And the more we can do to help them.
Correct.
So, but yeah, I think today we can
cut the show short.
We can cut it at 15 minutes short.
I got to call my producer in Colorado.
So
shout out to NBR Radio.
Normally we wouldn't do this on you guys, but today's gonna be one of those.
We had a blast,
guys.
We'll talk to y'all. Let you know. Peace.
See.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.